Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Ma'am Hikmah. Good morning, everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Hafsar Madita from 3B, English for Business and Professional Communications. Today, I would like to explain about the Tylenol murders case study. Let's start with 5W and 1H analysis. The first one is who. Those are involved in this case is Johnson & Johnson's and its Tylenol brand. The second one is what. After taking the Tylenol Extra Strength capsule, 7 people died of tragic poisoning in the Chicago area. And the third is when. The first case occurred in September 30, 1982, and the second case occurred in February 10, 1986. And where? Initial tampering in Chicago and second tampering in Yonkers. And next is why. To understand how Johnson & Johnson reacted to negative media coverage and how public relations handled the Tylenol product case and maintained the company image. And the last one is how. First is the consequence of Johnson & Johnson's not recalling. And the second is reintroducing Tylenol Extra Strength wisely. And the third one is handling the media environment during the crisis. And the fourth is Johnson & Johnson Tylenol website demonstrate concern for customer. And the last is lesson from Johnson & Johnson's handling of the crisis. Next, I would like to explain about the case study of the Tylenol murders. The first question is, what might have been the consequence if Johnson & Johnson had decided to talk out the first report of the Tylenol-related deaths and not recall the product? The result is people taking the medicine and will more deaths and sickness. And the second is people less likely to buy the newly repackaged is Tylenol. And the third is disaster for the entire company. And the second question is, what other public relation option did Johnson & Johnson have in responding to the first round of Tylenol murder? Another public relations option were to recall the product completely worldwide. They could have also paid the families that was affected some compensations, even though that they didn't cause the death. And the third question is, do you think the company made a wise decision by reintroducing extra strength Tylenol? I think no, because Johnson & Johnson should have taken Tylenol extra strength off the market for a longer period of time. That way they could do more research into the situation and not risk any more fatalities. Once the company was more 100% positive. And the next question is, in light of the response of other companies not to precipitously when faced with a crisis, do you think Johnson & Johnson should have reacted so quickly to remove the Tylenol product when the second round of Tylenol murder occurred in 1986? In my opinions, is yes, because after just getting themselves out of the same public relation and company nightmare, removing the product completely was the best move uh, Johnson & Johnson could make. And the next question is, what specific lesson can be derived from the way in which Johnson & Johnson handled the public relation aspect of this tragedy? A major lesson that was taught from the way Johnson & Johnson handled this public relation crisis was how they manage positive public relation regardless of being in a public relation nightmare. Simply handling the issue by being open and honest allowed them to do so. And the next question is, what was the environment when the Tylenol crisis occurred? How might the result have differed if the crisis occurred today? The answer is the environment when the Tylenol crisis occurred was much less technologically and social media savvy as the environment was live in today. If the crisis were to happen in today's society, I personally do not think that the crisis would have happened at a second time. With all of the technology today, Johnson & Johnson would have been able to find exactly what the deadly component what was being put in these capsules. And the last, see what information Johnson & Johnson offer for its customer on the Telenet website. Follow the links to the care card, house call, and frequently asked question sections. How do this section demonstrate Johnson & Johnson concern for customer? How do you think Johnson & Johnson would use this website to communicate with the public if new healthcare surveys? The sections of the Telenet website demonstrate the concern Johnson & Johnson has for its customer because they are providing as much as information as they can, as well as answering questions and concern customer may be wondering prior to even coming up. Under the general sections on the website, the company even provides the correct dosage and active ingredients in each Tylenol product. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for listening and watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.